Welcome to this latest edition of the Black Hole Podcast. And this video is going to be something a little bit different. Sunday, I watched, I believe it was Sunday, a couple of days ago, I watched awesome, great, informative video by Anton Daniels with the Millionaire Morning Show. I watch his videos, I would say sporadically. I tune in. Every time I do tune in, he has good content. It's a great channel. I'll put a link to this particular video below. I suggest checking them out, subscribing if you are not already. But this particular video was titled, "Your mother is for the streets, was for the streets, and your father failed you. Your father was weak." And that hit close to home because that was probably the most realist, direct. That was one of the most realist, direct video titles I've ever seen. In the video, he discussed how your father's job is to set you up for the next generation to be better than him. Your mother's job is to take care of her business, pick the right guy, basically, to be your father. And when that fails, when that goes wrong, it does put men at a big disadvantage. Black men in particular, we suffer from this more than anybody. But anyone that doesn't have the right start in life, the parents didn't do their role, is going to be at a big disadvantage. There's a Jewish saying that if your father doesn't teach you an occupation, he's failed you. And yeah, many black men, we've been failed. And just to cut through all the excuses, cut through all the mess, and just put out there like that, your mother was for the streets, your father failed you. Yeah, it was refreshing. I really appreciate that video. That's why I'm doing this one, because it got me thinking. And it's something I've realized my whole life. I feel as if about 7 to 12 years behind where I should be for most of my life, because I had a crappy start. It's like you run a race, they fire that gun, everyone takes off running, but you got like a shackle on you. You got a boulder on you, or someone's holding you back physically. You get a really crappy start. Now, what you do as an adult, that's on you. Anything I done, as an adult in my adulthood, that's all on me. I take responsibility for that. But the crappy start, yeah, that was the fault of my parents. My mother, too many kids by too many men. Father, like getting high a little too much. Just like, a lot of other black men's fathers, like getting high a lot. Among other among other issues he had. And yeah, it sabotages the next generation. It sabotages the next generation of young men. That's why we have a lot of these issues in the world right now, because young men have been failed. Young women have been failed too. It affects women differently though. But young people, men, women, we've been failed. We grow up, become adults, repeat the cycles over and over again. What we learned, what we saw, we just keep passing it on, regardless whether it's effective or not. I was talking to my brother a couple of weeks ago that it's on our generation to turn around. I mean, it's game time. We're the ones now. It's on our shoulders to do different, to do better for our sons, to make our sons better than us, to make our daughters better than what they would, better than what they would have been without us in our lives. Showing up as a father, showing up as a man. And the video also mentions that take care of yourself first, which is always true. I've said this previous videos. If you're not right, if you can't get yourself right, you can't get no one else right. I think that comes first. Put yourself first, because if you can't get it done, you can't get nothing done for everybody else. And that's how it does work. You gotta bring and offer protection and prosperity to your loved ones. I mean, that's your role as a man. And you can't fulfill your role if you yourself are lacking. And back to that video, the Millionaire Morning Show, Anton Daniels, that was, check it out. It was good. It was pointed. A lot of us are going to open your eyes up, because to do a proper post-mortem of how things happen, why things happen, you got to don't delude yourself. Don't be like, whoa, my parents, they did okay. Well, my life wasn't that bad. No, your life, you got a crappy start usually. They dropped the ball. They didn't handle their business. And now you're behind for it. Be mindful of that so you don't make the same mistakes, so you can take efforts to turn things around for the next generation. And that's all you really can do. Do what you can to turn things around for the next generation. Better yourself. Get your health right. Get your finances right. And I'll take care of 90% of your problems. You get your health and your finances correct, 90% of your problems are handled. The health part, I've been working on that. I've been having some success. This year I didn't do as well as I would like to. Finances, some success there too. 2021, that was a mixed year. 2020 actually was a pretty strong year for me, but let's hope next year you just got to come out harder to meet your objectives, whatever they may be. But that's it for this one. Stay tuned for more.